Good morning, sir. My name is Jaswinder Singh and I am from collegedunia.com. A very warm welcome to you on our interview series, which is called Thoughts on Education, where we interview various dignitaries such as owners, directors, and principals of various universities and colleges. Sir, before starting the interview, I would like to introduce yourself to the audience that Dr. P.N. Mukherjee is a founder director of SVKM NMIMS Navi Mumbai campus. He is BEFIE, Chartered Engineer, MMS and PhD, and Certified Lead Auditor, member of IRCA and IATCA affiliated to ISO France. He was a board member of Supply Chain Asia. He was in the committee designing the Apex Manual for NBA accreditation in past. He was member of the jury deciding Global WCM Award in Aditya Birla Group. Sir, it was a brief introduction about you, and the audience should know what exactly Dr. P.N. Mukherjee is all about. And sir, now we will jump on to the interview section. Sir, my first question to you is, you have held key position at Education Institute throughout your professional career. What keeps you connected with the education sector and how has your experience been so far with the institute? Sir.
Yeah, actually I am not a pure academician. My first part of life I was in industry, and after doing my MBA I rose up pretty fast in corporate sector to the position of general manager, CEO, all those areas in leading groups like Piramal and Baker Group and all those things. Now, question is that gave me a experience of the real world, the other side of this, which students go for a job or opportunity with the corporates. So I had quite exposure in that, and I have been in very senior position like chief executives and all that. I am responsible in evaluating students and recruiting in the organization and getting the best out of them. Then later part I shifted to the academics, and therefore now I am I'm a senior academician, and currently I'm in touch with the contemporary group of students. Now, main thing which, anything else? What is the next question?
Sir, being the founder director of NMIMS Navi Mumbai, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Yeah, the leadership today. Before that, I would like to, anything depends on the environment. Today we are living in an era which in 2008, the word was coined as a VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous world. The past doesn't repeat. Every day there is a new challenge. And the industries and students, everybody at every sphere, even in your day-to-day life as a consumer, you are today, all of you are being able to transfer from physical world to the virtual world, which was today has become a reality. So therefore, the students and everybody, whether the institute, whether the students, whether even that's why senior citizens find a big challenge after this thing to cope up with the current changing technology. Everything is working in a digital platform. And to survive in this world, the students should always be, I tell you, should wear a thinking hat. Earlier, if I go by Bloom's taxonomy, the 6th level of learning. Earlier, people could survive in corporates as well as students will score high marks by level number 1, that is the knowledge. Only textbook, reading a textbook and reproducing that in a paper would have been enough. But today, industries, from my interaction with industries and the way my students are getting placed, that is not what the industry looks for. They have shifted totally from the conventional way of evaluating students, of testing their knowledge. So they always go not only to Bloom's taxonomy level 2 but level 3. That not only what is their understanding of the subjects which they are talking about, and can they apply their knowledge and understanding into solving a problem. They're looking for problem solvers, they're looking for decision makers at every sphere of the corporate working. Therefore, the students have to be prepared for that. Now, as you know, I'm going to be backwards towards scientific these things, and which I'm very conscious in imparting knowledge and value addition to the students. See, this memory power, memory power, reading textbooks, reproducing is job of a left brain. Right brain is what is creative, innovative, and right brain is what it gives you able to solve a problem or take a decision. So therefore, students only nurturing left brain is not enough. And right brain, there are various systematic things that we adopt in the Navi Mumbai campus. We call it holistic development management skill. All events, yoga is internationally acknowledged as the best way to develop your right brain make you not only physically strong but also mentally sound and also able to manage the stress in contemporary ever-changing world. The current world is known as the not only VUCA world. The performance that comes out in this VUCA world to you should be always on your toes, which you call it agility. How fast you can find out solution to an emerging problem, and based on that your decision takes place. And second thing is that all the resort to the various case studies, examples, simulations, so the students' understanding of the subject enhances further. They are clearly we start with a program learning objective where students should know they should learn this, why they are doing that course, and when every subject they do, why is it important for him to read the subject, understand the subject, and develop knowledge. And that is by the help of the various, not only the theory but also supplemented by case studies, simulations, practical examples, so that and live projects, so the students can understand better. And then comes the skill of can they apply the understanding and knowledge in solving the problem. So therefore, the entire approach that the industry, the academics has to take is totally different. This is not thinking, isolated thinking which I am thinking, the entire world is thinking. The entire educational system is changing all over the world. Not only that, the latest national education policy that is propagated by the Indian government and the HRD ministry is also basically focusing on the same thing if you go through that in detail. So this kind of a situation, only every academician, students, has to, like every citizen of this country, and India is a high-tech country, emerging fast in the global scene. Whereas you will find there is a recession, there is a problem all over the world. India is still going strong under the circumstances. The students has to be different from the rest of the world, and today Indians, because of their learning, their education, their value system, are leading most of the large global corporate organizations in some senior position or the other.
Sir, the education system in India and foreign countries are structured very differently. In your experience, what can an inbound student gain from studying here in your institute?
I think I have already explained this point in my previous just now. So I think it's only, as I told you, getting a degree, studying, appearing in examination, getting a degree is not going to take students anywhere in today's world. They have, as I told you, to nurture their right brain, go for a whole brain thinking, wear a thinking hat, be problem solvers, and have the innovative concept that therefore, in your normal classroom teaching, you have to bring in a lot of what you call asynchronous learning outside the classroom by assignment, projects, by asking questions, not based testing their knowledge, but giving them problems so that the entire knowledge and understanding to be imbibed in providing a solution.
Sir, any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
I think College Dunia has a lot of followers, and my basic speech is aimed towards the young generation of students. They will change their mindset, change their approach, and I think they have to think something much more than getting a degree. Anyway, you can get a degree. You all students are brilliant. Passing examination, I think, is only 10% of your learning and value addition. And even for the faculties, my advice would be to shift from a conventional, teacher-centric learning to a student-centric learning, where students should be made involved into the entire learning process. Then only there will be a complete value addition and learning to the students will take place when they get involved into acquiring knowledge of a subject.
Sir, it has been a pleasure talking and interacting with you today and listen to your views. And thank you for being on our platform that is known as Thoughts on Education.
My blessing and best of luck to all the young generation to have a great career ahead.